Make sure that you do it far away from that. I'm trying to trim with a pen now.
Just because we're older doesn't mean imagination ain't running wild. Let's play pretend you could be your boy or a man.
Hi everyone, it's Rebecca from Glorified Mud Pottery. I'm down here in the basement of Monroe Walton Center for the Arts getting ready to trim up some yarn bowls that I made yesterday. Let's go ahead and get started. So I have my 2 yarn bowls that I got, and I went ahead and grabbed my favorite trim tool. I always go back to these. I have lots of different trim tools and stuff at home, but I always go back to the same Kemper pottery tool for some reason. I love it. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my yarn bowl. Let's grab this one. And you see I've already cut the notch out for my yarn. The first thing that I always do on these, which I mean if you're just trimming, you don't have to do this if you're just doing a regular bowl, but it's a yarn bowl, so I just want to kind of soften up just a little bit in there where I cut the notch out. Just a little bit, because I mean it's a yarn bowl and you don't really want it to catch yarn. Doesn't have to. I'll probably soften it up with a paintbrush later. I'm going to be working on top of a Giffen grip. It's a trimming chuck. If you don't have one, you can always go back and tap center. So we go ahead and put the piece on our Giffen grip, and I'm going to go ahead and get it tightened on in here. And what happens when you tighten it in is these kind of claw things go in and they tighten up and grab the piece and hold it steady. Then what you do is you go ahead and just get your wheel spinning. I am a little bit of a speed demon when it comes to trimming. So I have a tendency to throw a lot of shavings when I trim, because I like to go fast. So get in there, and I like to cut the side edge off first. And you'll see when I'm trimming, I always support my right hand with my left hand in one way. So if I'm touching the top of the pot, this hand is always supporting my right hand. I'm gonna go ahead and trim a little bit more of that off. There are lots of different trimmers out there. You have your wider ones, you have different shapes. I just prefer this one. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to take this corner furthest away from the center of the pot of my trim tool, and I'm going to start angling it into the side of the pot until my pot comes to about a 90-degree angle. I'm going to come back to the side. I'm going to put that, put it back into the pot a little bit and kind of contour that back down and shape up the bottom. I'm going to come in the middle, still with the corner of my trim tool. I'm going to pull that piece towards me, still using 2 hands when I trim. One to support the pot and my hand, and then the other to actually do the work. And then I'm going to kind of come in and round the tool. Don't be scared of it. I mean, if you haven't done it much, you'll probably cut through the bottom of your pots or the side of your pots once or twice, but it's part of the learning process. I mean, after all, it's at this point we don't get attached to anything because it's still just dirt and water. So now is when I come in and sign my piece. They have stylus tools you can sign with. Some people use stamps. I just use the old ballpoint pen. Just one that's gone dead, or just a cheap pen. And I don't do anything special. I just write my name. Sign my piece. Take it out of the chuck. And what you can see is that you have a nicely footed pot. I can clean those shavings off. I'm going to go ahead and grab the other one and go ahead and get it done. I've already softened up the the cutout for the yarn on this one. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in and clamp it in. Making sure, see how I tried almost clamped in on that cutout? Don't do that. Make sure that you do it far away from that. I'm trying to trim with a pen now. Go ahead and grab your trim tool. Actually, I like this one a little bit better. Get your wheel a spinning. Cut in the edge again. Contour that down into the bowl. And like I said, I'm a little bit of a speed demon, so I'm going to go a little faster on this one. I like to trim fast. Go ahead and cut that corner in, cut that foot, contour your piece. Come into the center, pull that out towards you. Fix that little rounded spot one more time. Get that little bit better of a contour on there. Wasn't real happy with it. Turn her off. Get her signed. And there you go. Another footed bowl. Alrighty. Thanks for watching.